Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Envoy with me, Break It Down. Let's return to Free Phoenicia.
Sure.
Okay, a report to the embassy before we speak to Sestia. I'll also check in with the Imperial Quartermaster.
You're back. Stay right where you are. We need to take some blood samples. You're good to go. Sorry about it. We had to be sure you didn't bring anything back from the lab on you.
It's fine. The Kranite General has been dealt with. Have your troops secured the facility?
They have indeed. Thanks to you. Good work as always. The reports say the League was almost ready to release the virus. Good thing you stopped them in time.
Terran called it a cure for humanity. I don't think I'll ever forget the disdain with which he said it.
It sure was a close call, but you don't need to worry about it anymore. Our troops are dealing with the leftovers now.
Are you sure it's safe to operate there? We saw what the plague did to the test subjects. What if someone accidentally releases the contamination?
The people we sent are professionals. They know the risk, and they won't allow it to happen.
I must admit, your contributions were the game changer.
I hope you have no doubts about our intentions now.
Neither about your intentions, nor about your capabilities, soldier.
I believe it wouldn't be out of line to ask you if you can return the favor. It's about the claw.
The claw? Are you really still clinging to that silly investigation? They're gone. Let it go.
Yeah. Well then, how would you explain the fact that they attacked us directly? We even followed them to one of their hideouts.
We've seen what they're capable of. They're way more organized than we expected, and the magic they're using, it's unlike anything you've seen.
Look, I can see you're serious about it, and you've given us no reason to doubt you. Though, unlikely, it's possible the Claw has been hiding all this time, or someone else took up their mantle. Stranger things have happened, but we need something more to go by. Bring us tangible evidence, and I'll see what we can do to support you.
Understood. We'll be back when we find something.
Now, there's one more thing. The Phoenician agent has been asking about you again. It appears you're getting along pretty well.
Hey, we never agreed to work with you exclusively.
I know, but you should be careful in your dealings with the Merchants Guild. Remember who your allies are. Just a piece of friendly advice.
We'll keep that in mind. If you have any more jobs for us, you know where to find us.
Sure thing. See you next time.
Sounds like Free Phoenicia needs our services again. Not sure I like it, but at least the pay is good.
We should probably see what this is about.
Free Phoenicia, Free Phoenicia. You know, kudos to these guys for being so reasonable about the whole claw situation. I feel like in some stories they'd be in denial until the claw directly attacked them, or we had already resolved the conflict. they're actually willing to support us.
Ah, returning clients. Good day to you. How may I be of service?
Are you enjoying this? I mean, I think we can just talk openly at this point, can't we?
Very well. The Merchants Guild has an offer for you.
Indeed we do. It's an honor to meet you in person. Your previous deeds didn't go unnoticed. I'm Edward de Sol, High Merchant of the Guild, but you can simply call me my lord.
The pleasure is ours?
I'm sure you're familiar with the organization that calls themselves the Blue Hand, aren't you?
Why would we be?
Our reports indicate they have recently raided a remote settlement known only as the City of Bones.
Hold on. They're the bastards who burned down our hometown.
I'm afraid so. It's truly terrible. Anyway, I'm sure there's no need to go into details of why they are a threat to us all, collectively.
Not at all. We wouldn't mind paying them back, given the opportunity.
You are making the Guild's job remarkably easy today. Very well. Let's get to the point then. Ever since roaming bandits began to rally under the Blue Hand symbol, they've become a real thorn in our side. Lately, however, their continued assaults on our operations have become more common and, surprisingly, better organized. Investigating this matter led us to an alarming discovery. They've grown to the size of an army, scattered throughout all sorts of badlands. One that could potentially rival the Empire's military if they chose to.
How is that possible? Where did they all come from?
Desperate people are the one resource that always seems to be in abundance. Yet the Blue Hand was little more than a roaming gang, until a guy named Joe Mana took up the reins, cut the head of the snake, and this laughable group of ne'er-do-wells will revert right back to killing one another over who gets to rule next.
We've done a few contracts like this before. I think you can leave the rest to us.
Here are the details. We were able to pinpoint the camp where their chief is currently stationed. It should be relatively easy to get close to him. From what we've observed, the Blue Hand aren't particularly picky about who they recruit.
Joe Mana? More like Joe Mama.
Sure.
Alright, level 18. Let's check the next challenge on the challenge board.
There we are, huh? I think we are nearing at least partial closure.
With what the Blue Hand did to the City of Bones, the Merchant Guild is right to worry. I'm glad we get to see that to the end.
Yeah, so we'll wait for those until we're level 20. Also, I'm starting to notice a trend with our antagonists. You have the Claw and the Blue Hand.
Sounds interesting.
They seem to like appendages a whole lot. Alright, Sestia.
Hey there, Sestia. Why the long face? You look even gloomier than usual.
Minding your business. Ever heard of it?
Ouch. Sorry, didn't mean to step on your toes. What happened?
Can you stop pestering me? I turned down a job. That's it.
You? Refused a contract? What could they possibly demand?
I've never seen you giving up on a work offer.
If you really need to know, they wanted me to guard the construction of a Silverite mine dug out around my hometown. I ain't doing that. In fact, I'm going to make their lives a little bit harder. I'm leaving for a few days.
Are you sure about this, Sestia? Sabotaging a Merchants Guild operation could seriously impair your employment prospects.
Only if I get caught, which I don't intend to.
Can we at least accompany you? You may need backup, and we'll get there faster with an airship.
Whatever. I'll pass you the coordinates. Just don't get in my way.
I feel like she wouldn't say 8.
Let's get going.
There we go. Alright, construction site. For the Merchants Guild, everything has a price tag. The things that money can't buy are simply too expensive to be acquired through conventional means.
So, this is where you come from?
Not that I have anything to return to.
How so?
Free Phoenicia turns everything into profit. Doesn't matter if it belongs to them. Same thing happened here.
You never actually told us much about your past, now that you bring that up.
I was born in a town that didn't want any dealings with the League. Merchants Guild considers such lands free for the taking. That town no longer exists. Draw your conclusions.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean to make you upset.
Get to work if you want to make up for it. The man in charge of this mine, Lord DeLuca, is the one who hired mercenaries that killed my folk. I'm not letting him exploit their land. Break any equipment you find. That should slow them down.
Are you sure it's worth the risk? What if the Merchants Guild...
I don't care. Cooperate or get out of my way.
Alright.
Sure, why not?
Nothing like sticking it to the man.
We don't have all day.
What's the plan? Speak.
Time for plan B?
Speak.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
Say, Sestia,
On.
how did you end up working for Free Phoenicia after what happened here?
I followed the trail of blood left by the mercenaries who killed my family back to the Free City. Asked the wrong questions, got into some trouble, more than I could handle. I ended up dragged out of the gutter and forced to choose. I could either kill for the guild or get locked up for life. It turned out fine. Work helps me take my mind off things.
Let's get going.
Well, that's good.
Cover me.
Well, I mean, it's not good, but...
On your command.
It's good that she's able to distract herself, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Forward.
Gotcha.
Darn summons, man. It's a good thing these fights aren't challenging. I wouldn't have any time to reset between fights because of the summons.
Sure.
Stop struggling.
What's that?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Sestia.
Follow me. Got it.
You asked for this.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. Super easy.
On it. We don't have all day.
Sounds interesting.
Right.
A ton of teleporters here. Kind of a weird map layout,
Get
too.
going.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have all day.
Easy pickings.
What do you propose? On my way!
Watch me.
This guy's trying to run away.
Out of my way.
Roger.
Right away!
On it.
There they are.
Orders.
Not now. What?
Nothing's fun without risk.
Just a little walk. Sure.
So I'm guessing just killing everything is sabotage? I guess it is a type of sabotage. Not the subtlest type, though.
Sure.
Follow me. Pathetic.
Speak.
I keep those guys under control because they are... Well, it doesn't matter.
On your command.
Let's get started.
Sure.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter because they're never really in any danger.
Sure, why not?
On.
Sure.
Gotcha.
We don't have all day.
Let's get going.
I was trying to avoid that, but I was too lazy to
Follow me.
swap just to Malachi and navigate him around it. Somebody just avoid it.
Right.
Sure, why not?
Just a little walk.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna take all your stuff
don't
before I
have all
talk to you.
day.
Who in the blazes are you? Do you realize what you've just trampled over? This is private property.
Oh, shut up. I don't care. Where's your master? Where's DeLuca? I have a score to settle with him.
Wait, what score? You told us we were only going to sabotage their work.
Don't interrupt me. And you, don't make me repeat myself. Take me to your master or I'll send you back to him in pieces.
I am not going to be intimidated, nor do I have a master to take you to. I am Lord DeLuca, the owner of this property you damaged. You'd best explain your behavior post-haste, or you'll be hanging on a noose by the morning.
Try me and you won't live long enough to regret it. Now cut the crap. I know what the man I'm hunting looks like. First and foremost, he's not an elf.
Sestia, enough. Do you want to throw away everything you've built in a surge of anger?
Wait, Sestia? Is that...
Get my name out of your treacherous mouth, dog.
Don't you remember me? I'm Theo, We know each other from our childhood days. Before the attack, we used to sweet talk clerks at the market to give us samples of their sweets.
Theo is dead. He was butchered by people like you. The same night that my family died, just so you could excavate your precious Silverite. Stop this charade!
You're wrong, Sestia. I was rescued by his lordship after the attack along with a few other survivors. It is true that he ordered the demolition, but he didn't know the scope or harm it would bring. He wasn't even aware that this region was inhabited. When he learned what happened, he put the mercenary captain responsible to trial and took survivors under his protection. He raised me as one of his own. If he knew you were out there alone, his heart would weep for you.
I don't believe a single word you say. I fled his people as they slaughtered my family.
What happened here was a tragic mistake. Lord De Luca never forgave himself and spent the rest of his life trying to make up for it.
I presume you inherited the title after his death?
Yes, he passed not so long ago. As the only heir to his fortune, I picked up where he left off. The mine he was planning to dig out was to be the centerpiece around which he wanted to rebuild this place.
Bullshit! It's just an excuse to ease your conscience as you make more dirty money.
Of course, this mine will generate income, but in doing so, it will provide work and protection to the locals. We're cooperating closely with neighboring communities, and I'm overseeing it personally to make sure it's done right.
Cooperating? What choice do they have but to cooperate with you? You're the one they need protection from. Why can't you just leave them alone?
Because these lands are too ripe for their own good. If we were to retreat, someone else would soon come in our place, and they wouldn't care about the people in the least. But I understand your hesitation, which is why I'd like to present you with an offer. As a descendant of this land's denizens, you have every right to be included. Join me, and together we'll make sure that the new generation lives safe and prosperous.
By carrying on your master's blood-soaked legacy? I don't think so.
I was afraid you'd say that. Take some time to think this through. I hope you'll come around eventually.
Sestia? Is everything...
We're done here. I don't want to talk now. Let's go back to the city.
Huh, did end in bloodshed. Also, we have 3 summons out. I guess I never realized I could have up to 5 of these guys out at a time. So we've had them since we only had 2 summon points. I've always defaulted to only having 2. I was going to talk to Sestia and see what her unique item is. I'm going to guess a weapon. She seems the type.
Sestia, I don't mean to prod, but we need to talk about what happened. Why did you lie to us about your intent? You nearly roped us into a high-profile assassination.
I knew how you'd react, so I didn't tell you the whole truth. I get it. I betrayed your trust. Won't happen again. I'm leaving.
Wait, what? Why?
You're right to be pissed off. I'm no good with people. Don't want to be a hindrance.
No, Sestia, that's not it. Neither of us is angry. Surprised, sure, maybe a bit shocked, but most of all, we're worried about you.
We know what it's like to lose everything you hold dear. Reliving this must be hard, but you don't have to face it alone.
I don't understand. I lied and got you into my mess. Why would you want me to stick around?
Because that's what friends are for. We're a team now. If you feel that you should leave, we can't stop you, but please don't. We can work this through.
I don't know what to say. I'm not used to people offering their kindness.
You don't need to say anything. But when the time is right, remember that you can always talk to us.
I think I'll stay a little longer then.
Glad to hear it.
Alright, Avenger's Crossbow. So I guess it does all chaos damage, which ignores enemy armor. A 5% chance to inflict fear. 50% chance to inflict confused. No poison though. Critical damage plus 10%, lifesteal plus 10%, movement speed plus 5%, armor strip plus 2, marked crit damage plus 10%. Oh, it's one-handed. I don't really care for dual wielding.
Sounds interesting.
But since I'm not using her, and that seems to be what they want to do with that character, I guess we could just go to equip another one-handed crossbow.
Sure.
Sounds interesting.
Gotcha.
Alright, I'm gonna call it here. Next time we will go to the Blue Hand base and take care of that. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.